Welcome to my wine room. We're not going to talk about wine today unless you want to talk about some of the wonderful bottles I've got here or this Washington State Cabernet that I've got going that I think is going to be quite lovely, but that's really not why we're here. We're here to talk about dormancy. And wait a minute, dormancy's outside, right? Why are we inside? Because it's 7 degrees below zero in Minnesota right now. Nothing lives outside. The dog needs boots and coat when she goes outside. So what we do is we move the plants inside into a dormancy box. Let's open it up. Inside of this box, we basically have some insulation, top, bottom, sides, everything, and the back is opened up to the window out there. And that window, even though it's an insulated window, we do get some cold through there. So that will bring some of the cold air in, a little bit of light. I can take and open that up just a crack when it gets warmer outside to be able to keep it about the same temperature. Right now, let me do this. Awkward video production. But that's the only video production I have. Right now, you see it is 42 degrees. That's because I've been opening the door a number of times. But in reality, it's colder than that. Down here, we have ice. So it is in the lower 30s down there. What do we have in this box? Well, in the top, I have my Venus Flytraps. I have some Drosera. I have Cobra Lily. I have my sarracenias, and I have my mini bog garden, which is fly traps and sarracenias and purpureas and a few weeds, which I've got to get out of there. But it works out well for me. In the bottom, unfortunately, I don't have enough light in here. You can see Venus flytraps and more sarracenias. And there I have 3 trays of seeds that I'm going through cold stratification so I can get them cold, and hopefully end of the month or thereabouts I'll be able to give them a try and see if I can get them started. So let's talk about dormancy. Dormancy is the inactivity of the plants. Well, for the most part, these plants are dormant. They are inactive. They're not really growing. They're maintaining. They're not doing anything new. But if I put this pot outside, let me step down. If I put that pot outside, that would freeze in a matter of, well, I was going to say hours, but less than that. Where the bog garden is 17-inch diameter and about 8 inches deep, it's going to take more for that to freeze. And the freezing, we have 2 effects. We have the green plant, but you also have what's in the soil. If the roots, the tubers freeze, the rhizomes freeze, that's where the damage comes in. Now, a lot of these can handle temperatures of freezing. Let me put this back over here so I can talk with you. A lot of these can handle freezing for short periods of time. Okay. This way it goes. they can handle freezing for short periods of time. So if we were 30 degrees, that's probably okay for a day or two. Problem is, this is Minnesota. -7 degrees now. Tonight it's going to get down to near 20 degrees below zero. Fahrenheit, excuse me. And that's too cold for the plants. That is freezing throughout everything. And that means that anything that would be out there would be dying. The purpurias and some of the native hardy plants would probably be fine in their native condition, their bogs. In here, they freeze hard. It would probably, I don't know, it might kill them. It might be all right. I don't know. I'm not chancing it. With my conditions here, I've got my little bit warmer up there, and obviously, if I'm pulling ice out of there, that's cold. So the plants that are down there are still able to be within that control area. The middle level in the upper 30s to low 40s, and the Venus Flytraps are a little bit warmer than that. They're getting a little bit more darkness in their day, not as much bright lights, so they do go into dormancy state. Now, come late February, early March, I'm hoping no earlier than late February, these will come out. They'll go up to my workstation, and then I'll start pulling out the dead stuff. If it's brown, cut it down. But for now, dormancy is underway. Dormancy is working well. It's colder than heck outside. Started the car today, and the temperature gauge on it said brr, so it's way too cold. So plants are in the dormancy box. They're fine, but as long as I'm down in my wine room, I think I could tap this thing. So I'll see you later. I'm going to try what I've got going. Bye.